This is Support is Sexy, episode 534, and this is our final chapter on those sexy distractions. Today we're going to talk about busyness, which is really procrastination. Welcome to Support is Sexy. I'm your host, Elayne Fluker, entrepreneur, author, and founder of Chic Rebellion Media. 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, I bring you inspiring women entrepreneurs who share their wins and lessons to help you take your business to the next level. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of Support is Sexy. I'm so happy to have you here. You know, it just would not be the same without you. And this is my first episode recording from Sofia, Bulgaria. So, of course, the sound is going to be a little bit different. You might hear some things going on in the background that are out of my control. But this is what recording on the road is like, as I have learned from my last month spent in beautiful Valencia, Spain, which I will absolutely be going back to. But this is my first actually full day in Sofia, and I am finishing up our series on sexy distractions, which is hilarious to me because I wanted to do a 5-part series. It ended up now being a 4-part series. This is our 4th part because I let this sexy distraction that we're going to discuss today get in my way. And you know what it is? Busyness. Now, just because you're busy doesn't mean you're handling your business. You know what I mean? Anybody guilty of that? You're so busy that you're not even handling your business, although it might feel like it. You might spend 17 days working on a logo on something, or you might spend 15 days working on, something else in your business that isn't really something that needs to take that much time. And I can't remember the law or the saying that is, how does it go? Tasks will expand to the amount of time that you give them. I'm going to look that up and see what that's called. But that is such a thing, and it is true. If you give 17 days to work on your logo, it's going to take 17 days. If you give 24 hours to work on your logo, you will probably do it in 24 hours. But because those kinds of things make us feel busy, and I'm sure you all have fabulous logos if you did take 17 days to do it. But what I'm saying is those things or things that make us feel really busy, like we're really doing something, which maybe we are, but again, we're probably letting it expand way beyond what it needs to, doesn't mean we're really handling our business. Or in my case, sometimes I have to stop myself and say, am I prioritizing? Because another thing that you can get busy with is things that do need to get done. Maybe it's not the logo, maybe it's something else that, it needs to get done. Say, for example, social media or reaching out to people or some other things in your business or whatever you're creating, your business, your job even, that are important, but that you're making priorities that aren't as much of a priority as something else that'll move you forward. And the reason I mentioned that this was me in the past few days or between travel, between Valencia and here, things I wanted to do before I left Valencia, recording this whole series, getting ahead with some other episodes, I kept getting busy with so many other things. And here were some of the reasons. One of the things that I wanted to do or still plan to do, in fact, I will do, and I'm committing to it now, I am creating a webinar on how to get over, quote unquote, I got it syndrome. You know, I'm all about support around here, right? Support is sexy. And I have a webinar plan to show you how to get over I got it syndrome, how to reach out for support, build your tribe, and create the business and life you dream of. It is possible with support. But a lot of us, I realize, don't even know how to ask for support. We don't know who to turn to for support. And we don't know how to let go of the people or the things or the mindset that is holding us back. So this is all going to be in a free webinar that I have pretty much, I would say, 75% created. I'm pretty good at doing those and putting those together as far as the content. So I have it about 75% created. But then you know what happened? I got, quote unquote, busy. And here's the reason that I get busy sometimes, and you let me know if you're the same way, because I get nervous about it. Is it good enough? Is the content right? Does it look good? Is anybody going to show up? Are you all going to like it? What are you going to say about it? Is it going to be beneficial? Is it going to add value? All these questions, which are really just fear-based questions. Some of them are valid to question and say, hey, does this feel good? Like it'll really offer value. But when I let it stop me and then I let busyness on other things that aren't really a priority, because I've decided that that webinar is a priority that I'm going to launch in September. But I've decided that webinar is a priority, but I let these other things get in front because really I'm just procrastinating finishing the webinar and getting it out there because of the fear. Another time that I do this is sometimes with the podcast. So I mentioned me wanting to do this as a 5-part series, but now it's a 4-part series because I want to continue giving you all great content and interviews and everything else that comes along with the Support is Sexy podcast that I hope you're still enjoying. But sometimes I get to a space where I feel like almost, I don't know what it is, like a mental block. I can't record the podcast because for some reason something isn't good enough or something didn't work or, some interview didn't happen that I wanted to happen. It's just a mental block. Again, it's fear jumping in the way or whatever other reason I'm procrastinating on doing it, and then I get quote unquote busy with other things. Or sometimes I'm just so tired that I don't record the podcast because I know you will be able to hear it in my voice. And what's funny is I have heard other episodes from other podcasters, but certainly I recognize it in myself. Well, I can hear, gosh, I really sound tired in that episode, or I really sound distracted, or other things that you start to pick up on your own voice, things that I never realized. Now that I do audio and listen so closely to audio, you can hear it in other people's voice, and I certainly recognize it in mine. And I feel like you all deserve my best. There have been times when I have shown up when I haven't felt well or tired, or I'm human, just like you're human. We all go through things and we show up for our work in the ways that we need to. But there are times when I just know it probably isn't going to be my best or even close to my best. So I get busy with other stuff instead of making sure or figuring out a way to feel better or getting the rest I need to feel better or doing whatever I need to do in order to move forward. So other things jump in the way because, the sum of it all is I'm afraid that it's not going to sound good. I'm afraid that it's not going to be good enough. I'm afraid that it's not what I think I want it to be or what I envision it to be. So, you get busy with a lot of other things. So this is what I wanted to bring up to you as a sexy distraction. Busyness. You get busy doing all of these other things, yet the priorities are there. And usually it's because of fear or concern or worry or whatever it is, some kind of insecurity that we have that keeps us from doing that thing. Procrastination is usually how it shows up. Finishing an application, launching your business even, telling someone about your idea, getting that coach that you need, bringing on a team, doing whatever seems impossible for you to do, trying something that seems scary, launching a webinar, doing your course, all these other things that we can do or all these other things that we want to do. We really want to do them most of the time. I'm not talking about things that you don't want to do, like, I don't know, your taxes, which you, of course, should do. Yeah, we procrastinate about that stuff too sometimes, but I'm talking about things that you actually want to do, and usually there's fear or something there that might be holding you back, and you are hiding it even from yourself maybe in busyness. And that, I believe, is a sexy distraction. So as you heard in the examples that I mentioned, I am guilty of it too. I try to make sure that I call myself on it. I think I'm getting better at calling myself on it. I'm also getting better too at something I mentioned on the podcast before, showing myself a little bit of grace. If I am tired and I don't think it's going to sound well, I will say, you know what? Not going to do it today, or I'm going to do it later. I'll make sure that I do whatever it is tomorrow, not to put off till tomorrow, but really committing to doing this when I'm in a better space so that it is my best. Not a procrastination, just saying, hey, you're putting this off for the reason something must be going on. Get your mind right or feel better or whatever you need to so that you can accomplish these things. Because the longer we stay busy with busyness, we're not really handling our business. All right, so I hope those sexy distractions that we talked about resonated with you. Maybe they didn't. Maybe you got it all together. But if they resonated with you, you got to do a little check-in and see how it's going. See if you're just being busy or you're really handling your business in whatever that looks like. Sometimes too, you get busy when you need to have difficult conversations, which we talked about a long time ago. So again, do a little check-in. See if you're letting other things jump in front of things that are really a priority for you. Difficult things, scary things, things that you want to do, you might be afraid to do. Make sure you're handling your business and taking care of yourself. That's the most important. Make sure you're taking care of yourself. That's what this is all about. All right, so thank you so much for listening. I'll be in Sofia, Bulgaria for the next month. I'll let you know how it goes. So far, so good. Still learning my way around. Probably won't pick up the language while I'm here, but I'm getting the basics down. Hello, goodbye, thank you, all of that great stuff. But I will keep you posted. Thank you for being on the road with me. I appreciate you being here. And support is sexy, and having it all doesn't mean doing it all alone. And I'll talk to you soon. Take care.